Okay, so remember that game that you were winning and then you got a draw and you were all sad?
Yeah.
If you know how to mate with a rook and a king, you wouldn't have even worried if he had taken your pawn because you know how to mate with a rook and a king. So I'll tell you how to do it. One, you need to get the king all the way onto an edge. Okay? Doesn't matter which edge. It can be any edge. He just needs to be on an edge. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to figure out how to do. Because you can't checkmate him unless he's on the edge. Got it? Okay. The second thing you need to know is the kings, whenever they're directly across from each other, and it doesn't matter where they're at, whether they're here and here or here and here, it doesn't matter. Whenever they're directly across from each other and you put them in check, then their king has to step back. So for instance, if his king was here and your king was here and you put him in check with your rook, he has to go backwards because your king's blocking all of these squares and your rook's blocking all of these squares. So when the kings are directly across from each other and you put him in check and he's on the back rank, that's a checkmate. So ideally you would be right here and he would be here. The problem is if you step here, he's going to step here or here. Okay, so because you know he's going to run this way, what you can do is you can just do a waiting move with your rook. That make sense?
No.
Well, let me show you, and then you can practice it a few times, okay? Quit and try again. Okay. So same thing. We want this king here. So we're just going to move the rook all the way as far away from him as we can. And he's going to try to chase us, which is fine. And we chase him. And we're just waiting for him to step in front of us. Now, as soon as he gets close to your rook, you're just going to take him to the other side. And now you see he's coming towards our king, right? Now the problem is it's kind of tricky because if you step in front of him, he's going to get past us. And we don't want to do that. So we just make a little waiting move. That's it. Little waiting move. And since he can't go there because this is checkmate, he starts running back the other way. And now we chase him again. And we just chase him until he steps in front of us. And then we get the checkmate.
Okay, can I try this one?
Sure.
So the kings are lined across, but if I go there, he'll take.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to go like...
So can I share one other thing with you? Because
Sure.
here, all the other ones that we were doing, he was already on the edge, right? He already did the job for us. Now he's not on the edge. So it's going to be a lot harder. So the very first thing you want to look at, is which edge is he closest to?
Okay.
Which edge is he closest to?
The A file.
The A file, right? Okay, so you want to block him off so he can't get any further away from the A file.
Okay.
Okay?
Wait, so maybe go like rook C3?
Rook C3 is where you want to go, yes. Because now he can't ever cross this line. And you just want to make sure it's protected by the king. But yeah, rook C3, and now you're trying to do the same thing. Get the kings lined up and put him in check. The difference is this time he'll be able to go backwards because he's not all the way on the edge yet. So you force him back one and then you do it all over again, put him in check again, and then he can't move back. Remember, you want him to step in front of you. So you rarely move your king unless you're chasing him. Let's look at this for a minute. It is very tricky because you're making moves that don't seem like they're doing anything. So you simply just move your rook back anywhere, here or here. You could even go all the way down here if you wanted. Okay? The idea is you're just keeping him on these two lines. And he has to move somewhere, right? Once he moves, you start chasing him. And then once they're lined up, you put him in check. So watch. I'll just make a move like this. He runs away. Then I start chasing him. And as soon as they're lined up, you put him in check because he can't go here, here, or here because of your king. And your rook's taking all of these spots, so he has to go back. Make sense?
Yeah.
So as soon as they're lined up, you put him in check. Now this is tricky. You want him to step in front of you, right? So going here doesn't really do you any good because he's just going to go here or here. So you want to step...
C6?
Yeah, you want to step here, and he's going to run this way towards your rook, which is fine. You just chase him. You chase him until your rook's in danger.
And then you move your rook all the way to the other end.
Right.
And then
he's going that way. And now
this
what?
happened in the other puzzle too. I don't know if I
Yep,
got
this
that
is the
way
tricky part.
or that way.
So you leave your king alone. Leave your king alone.
Oh.
And you just make a little waiting move with your rook.
Oh. There.
Now you chase him with your king. And once they're lined up, bam, you got the checkmate.